It'd be nice to go live though, honestly.
We might be able to do it up at the starting line. That's what I'm saying.
Like there's a piece of paper still behind it.
That's how the other Jeep peeled off, or the other D peeled off. Whatever was peeled off in the last one. It had a bubble and then it just fell off.
I don't like those lights. I think she's the core. That's probably definitely give a shit about the other D's she's talking about.
That's a good idea.
Good. Feels good. I drove the fucking wheels off of it.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
When I was making up ground, I was like, I gotta hold it, and we pulled it off. So. Thanks. Now I gotta calm it down, so I have to pedal it 3 or 4 times. We'll know when I look at it how many times I did pedal it. But it was at least 3, I think.
Okay.
You wanted to go here, and now I'm going to get inside a race car.
Blow it up, let's do it. Blow it up. Blow it up. Glad to be a part of it, buddy.
Now remember, don't touch. Watch your head. There you go.
Hey, look at Daddy.
Yeah.
with that. But that's our best pass yet. It was pretty quick. So, fucking happy. At least here I'm happy. Come on. Time waiting on that.
Yeah, bro.
Thanks, buddy. It seems to be tonight. We'll see if we can finish it off. Pump it up a little bit. Like. I can't even explain the emotion and the happiness, the joy that I have. And he was right there too. So that's he told me up in the staging lanes that he had Billy come over and help him with the tune-up because he has been tuning the car. Tommy's been tuning the car all day, and he's obviously been doing a good job. But I guess he was a little nervous or something. I'm losing my voice from screaming in the car, but. Yeah, Billy came over and helped me with the tune-up, and it was right, like, we was neck and neck. It was right there. I've been waiting on this for well over a year, I think. So, I'm happy. Now, you couldn't beat the happy out of me. I don't even know what to say.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Everybody look up. I said not that you got that much.
I got $10 shit in
Let's go!
car, they said covered the field.
Damn. What's that?
They said that red car was gonna cover the field. How it feel for you to peel his cap?
Felt good. Felt good.
Hey, Raggedy again is back, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Fentanyl now.
I know. I love them, but it's time.
Oh man. I don't even know what to say right now. So sorry guys. Hey, you gotta see this dude.
Intrigue the fuck out of him.
It was close. I don't know if it's beat me or if it didn't, but I mean, I'm not going to contest it.
Congratulations on this coming.
What you got?
Let's talk about the finish. The last pass of the night. So there were a couple up here at the starting line that said you jumped.
I did not jump. It can be reviewed. I saw the light. It was, I feel like Limpy kept us honest in that one for sure. I almost did. I almost let go early and didn't. I try to see the light every pass, and I was told that Rusty has been on the light all night. He's been really hammering it, so I knew I had to be fast. I had to be on it, and I got a little excited. I don't even know how to explain what went on in my head and in my body and with my finger on the button, but I know I usually don't have just my thumb on the button. It's usually my hand on the steering wheel, and this time I did have my thumb on the button, and my reaction time was really, really good.
What happened at the finish? Because you had gotten out on him pretty good.
I finally looked at the pass, the computer. So I get back, and I'm like, I need to see what's going on. So I try to pull out the data, and my computer died. So I didn't get to see. All I got to see was just a flash of it, and then the computer died of the data log. And I pulled it up this morning. So I don't know what's going on with it, but it's been laying over and breaking up on the big end, just falling over. This time it had moved shorter. It was like 2.3, 2.5 seconds. It fell over and just started fumbling. So I kind of whomped the gas, and it stayed doing it. And then out the back, which Rusty comes up next to me, he comes past me, and it's like the car tries to chase him down.
Rusty's the driver of Fentanyl.
Yeah, Fentanyl. So it damn sure ain't catching him after he passed me. It was a close race. We had some issues. Not an excuse in the world. We've both struggled. Fentanyl is running strong. I'm happy for him to get the win. I personally didn't expect to make it past first round. And first round was a rough one. We made it through first round. Going into second round, I didn't I knew what I needed the car to do. I didn't know if the adjustments I made was going to get it there. Second round come in the car, that was the first smooth straight pass I've made in the car since we brought it out. And from then on out, the rest of the night, the car was on kill. It was on a mission. Other than the breaking up, we was able to pull off all the wins with it breaking up to make it to the finals. Realistically, we had already won once I made it past second round. It was a win. The whole weekend was a success once I made it past second round, because that's one step further than we had been with the car. Yeah, it's just all, I was excited. My voice is all messed up for screaming and yelling and
Now,
in the car.
let's recap a little bit, because the changes that we made, because we tested Sunday here, and you went home and you put a new gear in it.
Right.
The gear came from my car.
Yes.
What size gear was that?
The 410 gear. We took a 456 out, put the 410 in. I was real leery on doing it, and it's not expected to stay in. I got a 390 Pro gear coming. Should be there Monday or Tuesday. That Mike, I don't want to butcher his name, Hoyman,
Yes, something like that. I'm sorry. We're both tired.
is shipping to me to put in it. But after Sunday, and it wasn't, it was a horrible test session. It was just hot as could be. The track was hot, the rubber was hot. You could take your foot and move the rubber around. But we had so many passes in that did the same stuff. It was either wheeling or losing a tire. So I woke up and was hell-bent on putting the gear I took out of her car whenever it was nitrous. It was a motorsports gear, just a regular stock motorsports gear, and put it in this car just to see what it does. We haven't made it past first round but one time yet with the car, so something happened. It's just what it is. So the first pass was the first pass with the gear. Friday night, sorry. That was a flop. We can go into that one, but
Yeah, we didn't recap that one.
some more.
The Run What You Brung round for Friday.
Wow. So now we're jumping back.
Yeah.
Run what you brung. We come up to make our pass, and I let off the button, and it leaves, and it just loses the tire. So we're back to doing the same stuff before. I make a bunch of changes to try to aid to it losing the tire at 0.8. And that's, I mean, if you watch the videos without looking at the tire, what the car is doing, everything is, the way it felt, everything is, it left and then lost the tire. And I'm making shock adjustments,
We changed tires.
change tires, ballast, all kinds of stuff. Tune-up adjustments. And some more of the night vision's coming, I guess you could say. While I'm asleep, my mind's always going. The drive shaft RPM curve was smooth. I'm like, either the sensor messed up, which I don't think, because it's got a line that's all there, or it didn't lose a tire. So now, what could make it go up an RPM like that? And it went to 7,900 RPMs fast. I need to check the transmission out. Something's going on with the transmission. So the next morning, warm the car up and back it out on level ground, let the transmission warm up, check the transmission fluid. It's low. It was 1.5 quarts low. And my thoughts are, everything was good for a half second to 0.8. When I let go of the button, all the fluid's pumping through and going to the back of the transmission pan, and it was getting air. So it was falling over. Put transmission fluid in it, and then the first round of the small tire race was really the first time, I guess, that we had a good solid supply of transmission fluid. Excuse me.
It's currently raining. It poured
Yeah,
as soon as the finals were done last night, so everything's soaked out here. So first pass, small tire, Jeff Thomas.
Jeff Thomas, we had a full supply, and I didn't know that was the problem. I was just thinking this could do it. Talked to a couple people and letting them know what I found, what had happened. They're like, man, yeah, that could do it. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know if it's going to make a pass, if it's not going to make a pass. Like I said, there was very low expectations of me going past the first round, especially when we drew Jeff. He just kicked my ass last weekend.
Have you ever beat Jeff?
I have beat Jeff. The Furious Styles car, the Nova, I beat. But that was a few years ago. And yeah. All right, sorry about the little split in scenery there with the rain come in and it got pretty heavy on us. But so yeah, Jeff and I ended up racing, and I ended up coming out on top this time. So that was exciting. Like I got pretty excited about that, and I think it poured out of the car whenever I got back. I did have to drive it. It wasn't a clean pass, nor was his. I mean, both passes were kind of really bad. I made the better pass. So for second round, I drew Tyler, white twin turbo Mustang, small block Ford. We had 2 small block Fords, 1 nitrous, 1 twin turbo. I believe it was small block Ford. And we were talking and just cutting up whatnot, and like I haven't made a straight pass in the car yet, a good solid clean straight pass with power. I haven't made it yet. You know, I'm expressing that. I'm not trying to bullshit anybody. Anybody can see on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. And we go up and we end up racing, and it's like side by side, neck and neck, side by side. He come back to me afterwards and said something about, I thought you said it was slow or something like that. It was funny. And like up until then, that was the second round of this race, was the first solid straight pass the car has made ever.
Did you do anything different for that?
What did I do? Very minor. And it was shock adjustments and then a little bit of power in the computer. But it was just so minor. And like I come back and I was telling my crew, that pass, that was my first round pass, if I can straighten it out and settle it down, will be a quick pass. It would be a quick pass. And I didn't want to get too drastic with everything, because I felt that we were a lot closer than we have been. And that's what I did. I went out and we raced, and it kept the front end down and the tires dug. I mean, it went. And from that point on, it was like, I don't know, that just set the pace, and the car was an animal all night long. Not saying that we're still having issues, and I was picking up and learning on stuff as the night went. So I made some adjustments there. Did find out that my nitrous, the second kit, was coming on, and as soon as it got fully in, it was shutting off. And that was a setting that I did. And it was also laying over and breaking up real bad out the back. With it shutting off, and we're still trying to figure out what that is. So this showed me that there is a ton of potential in the car. once we get it figured out, I think it's really, really, really going to be a good car. It feels a lot more stable than the old car. It seems to be a lot more drivable when it's on, I guess, the verge of out of control or being out of control, not making a clean pass. It seems to be easier to drive than the old car. Definitely stops a lot better. Very minor adjustments, and that kind of set the pace. And then from then on out, got through that round. We go into the third round, which is Tommy,
The farthest
Falcon.
we've ever made it.
So I've got Tommy in the Falcon, SRC Falcon. I've not been to the third round ever in this car yet, and it just made its very first quicker straight pass like you would want a race car to do. I figure my ass is grass. I know what the car just went, and I'm kind of happy about that. So even willing to take the loss, I didn't overstep any boundaries. Very minor adjustments from the second round to the third. And I don't even know, like, it was so minor. It did make a change. It definitely made a change, but it was so minor, and I think it was just because it was so minor that it made the change. And I don't even know. I still can't believe that, like,
Because you never beat Tommy before.
I've never beat that car. That was like my goal last year, the goal the year before. That was the car I wanted to beat, and every time we raced, he beat me. And every time I thought I had a chance, something would happen and we wouldn't get to race. So the first time, this is the second pass attempt after the first. Well, I don't even know how to explain it, because it did go straight down the track. It did hook, it didn't wheelie. So it was the second straight pass in the car, and we beat the Falcon. I'm ecstatic. Like, my voice is still messed up. I'm ecstatic. I mean, they were even happy. Like, the SRC crew was even happy that I beat him, because they know how hard I've been trying to do that. And then we lost the car, and how hard I've worked on this one. So yeah, it was a wild pass race, and I had wanted that one for so long. Got a little emotional on it, and yeah. So we got past the Falcon, first time ever. I believe I moved on into a bye run at this point.
And we switched lanes up.
So I went, and that's just something that I want to do. My first round pass was in the right lane. I'm in the left lane the rest of the night. So I get a bye run, and like, I want to see what it's going to take. So I add some power to it. Now we're adding power. We're getting some power in it. And I go in the right lane. To go up there and feel it, they felt pretty good to me, both lanes. And I went up to make the pass, and it slowed down in the 60 foot, and then it like ramped over the transition, got RPM, and then it kind of fumbled a little bit. So I just let off. I didn't want to hurt anything, and I'm letting everybody know how I think. A, I didn't want to hurt anything. B, if anybody that I'm getting ready to race heard that, they're going to think that I'm hurt, and I didn't know that I wasn't. So I just coasted the rest of the way as if I was just wanting to see what it would take. Got back, we pulled all the plugs out. All the plugs look good. There's no sign of anything wrong. I can't find anything wrong in why it's breaking up, why it's doing what it's doing. So I race after that.
At this point, the rounds start to move pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're moving quick, so everything's happening real fast. The crew, I get back, and they're putting fuel in it. They're pulling plugs, getting bottle warmer or getting the draggy out, plugging it in. I mean, everybody's just doing something. I'm trying to just focus on the computer because I don't really, my mind's not trained to know what I'm looking at. So I have to really focus on what I'm trying to do. And like I said, I couldn't find anything wrong. So I forgot where I was.
You're getting ready to go into the next round.
Yeah, we're going
with
into the
Rocky,
next round.
the red car.
The red Camaro, which
He's from Tennessee.
I've seen make a couple passes. I know the car's fast. I'm pretty sure he went several rounds there at War in the Woods, was it? Like, and that thing was full of gangsters. So, excuse me. I'm like, I got the left lane again. So I pulled the power that I was trying in my buy run, pulled it all back out and went right back to where I was. Go up, do the burnout, everything's good. Let go of the button, we're going. I'm out front, I don't see him. And the car starts doing its thing. It's laying over and it's fumbling and it's glitching and doing, what it's been doing the whole night. But I know he's coming around me. Like, he has to be coming around me. I've seen the car go, I know it's fast. And right at the stripe is when I saw him. And after the stripe, he was past me. I felt that I had won, but I wasn't 100% sure until I come down the hill and everybody was giving me a thumbs up and smiling and rooting me on. And I was like, I got it. So now we're in the finals and I'm still amazed, like, how fast the events turned. I don't understand it. I halfway feel like it could turn back the other way just as fast. So I'm not convinced that the car's back. I'm not convinced that we've got it figured out at all. I think it's going to take several more outings to have me have some sort of confidence that the car is there. I still feel like it was a fluke.
And different surfaces.
Yeah, a bunch of different surfaces. Every surface is different. But we're in the finals with Fentanyl. It's been, I can't remember if we raced last year, if it was the year before.
They had a lot of trouble last year with the car, so
yeah.
they worked out their kinks this year, definitely.
Yeah, they've got it figured out for sure. And I've always liked that car. I don't know if it's the name or what, but I just like the car. The way it sits, I like it. And it's nitrous. I know he's fast. The car works very well. The last time we raced, I came out with the win. And he's never gotten a chance to come at me again. We never got lined up beside each other again. And now we've got two nitrous cars in the finals, and it's he and I. So I've got friends and crew members and others that had been watching him all night coming up and telling me that I have to be on the light. He's drilled the light all night long. So I go up there, do the burnout, do everything, take a deep breath, and I grab a hold of the steering wheel, put my thumb on the button, and I kick my hand out. I always hold on to it and just slide my hand to the side, and I kicked my hand out. And I think Limpy was pretty good at keeping us honest on this. Normally, when my body told me that the light would be coming on, it didn't come on. And I kind of flinched. And then a half a second later or a second later, whatever it was, the light come on and I let go, but I was dead on it. I got out on him pretty good, I felt like, and I was told, I know afterwards now, that I left on him really good. On his side, he knew that he had been on the light. He said that he had already been confronted or protested about it and won it. But he was protested about it, so in his mind, he's like, I can't try to be dead on the light. He's like, I've got to make sure that I wait until the light's on. So you got me willing to take a chance, him making sure that he's safe, and I got out on him pretty good. Car felt good. I gave it just a touch more timing. It was a half a degree or a degree more timing in my whatever. There's a line that you can play with. It's extra timing for the nitrous, other than the timing for the nitrous. But I added a degree back into the engine on that. And like, I don't hear him. It's just, I don't even see his lights. It's just smooth sailing. And then very early in this run, car falls over. Real bad. For, I think it was 3 seconds, I was out of power on this run. And he comes by me, and it's like the car tries to chase him down. It just comes back alive there down towards the end. Tried to chase him down. I can't say that I'm disappointed in any of the events that happened, because we made it way farther than I ever expected. They had a $200 buy-in deal in the drivers meeting that the drivers buy into it, and the last driver that bought into it standing gets the pot. Well, Rusty bought into it, and I guess some of his members talked him into buying into it, and Wayne was going to buy into it for us, and I told him not to, and I actually argued with him not to, because I didn't expect to make it past the first round. We haven't made it past the second round yet, and the car hasn't showed that it was capable of competing with what was there. And then here we are in the finals, and I didn't buy in. But yeah, it was an amazing weekend, or at least an amazing Saturday. I don't know. I was at a loss for words. I just was kind of excited and taking it in. And a lot of times I didn't have a whole lot to say, because I was in disbelief that it happened that fast. And I know there's a lot of things that play in, a lot of factors, but then you also think that 1.5 quarts of transmission fluid just changed the whole dynamics of the program. So it's kind of where I'm at with that. But Rusty ended up beating me. He had to work for it. He come up after the race and asked me what happened. I mean, it was obvious. You could see the car fell over.
What did he see from his view of things?
I don't 100% know. I know he explained a lot of it to me, but I was just on cloud 9 regardless. It was an amazing day. But he come up and asked me what happened. He saw the car fall over because he was back, and we're half track, I think he said, or wherever it was. And he's like, I'm looking at your bumper, and there's no way that I can come around you. There's no way. And it falls over, and he came around me. So it happens. It's racing. It's not winning. They're excellent people. Love them to death. And they had the better program. I mean, I can't argue it. I'm not mad about it. I'm happy for them, actually, for getting it done and being able to, I guess, have the excitement that I had just making it, I mean, honestly, to the third round.
Because this race was no slouch. It was full of heavy hitters, full of close races. Every
one of my passes was, I don't think was more than a fender, half car or something like that, until fentanyl kicked me in the stomach. So, but he deserved it. He owed it to me. Now we're even. And I've got something to work toward. So can't wait to see what the future holds with the car. Like I said, this is the first real sign that we might have built us something here. And like I said, I'm just anxious and excited to see where it can take us. I'm getting a lot more comfortable in the car, making those passes. Let me be able to have faith in the car, I guess.
So our next race is in 2 weeks. Pacemakers is the plans.
Cool. It's going to be a different surface.
Yep.
So
it'll be an adjustment, because so far we've been to Brown County and KD.
Right.
Well, we went to Mags once.
Yeah, went to Mags.
So, but pacemakers is a little
We've got-
different.
Yeah, what is it? Pacemakers, Outlaw, Drag Strip, or Dragway.
To Mount Vernon.
I think that's going to be a good race. Like that's a good one to go to.
It is.
I can't wait to have the car on an actual front side. And it's got some humps or whatever in it, but it don't have all the transitions and all the different kinds of surfaces and all that. It's an actual, same surface drag strip type deal.
Yeah, so we'll be posting more about that in upcoming weeks. Just a quick little note before we wrap this up, the new shirts are ready for pre-order. I'd say they'll probably be in 3 to 4 weeks just because we're using a different supplier for those. So
until we actually get the first order, we won't really know 100% how long it's going to take in shipping
and all that other stuff to get
and all
us
that
here.
stuff.
So those are on the online store for purchase.
And they're up now?
Yes.
They're up now?
Yes.
Okay.
And also 20% of each shirt ordered, that will go to the Autism Foundation. So.
Hit up the merch.
Definitely. So more to come soon.